Hey guys, welcome to Nerding Out. This is the show where us Gamespot nerds get together to talk about the shows that we like, and today we're talking about The Walking Dead, Season 7, Episode 4, Service. Let's jump in. Alright guys, let's talk about Rick and Negan. Spencer?
Yeah, so that was a pretty powerful episode of Negan walking in and basically showing dominance, especially when he came to the part of handing Rick his treasured baseball bat. And I think...
Yo, bitch, hold my bat.
Yeah, you can just hold on that for me. I think what kind of also sets the tone here for this as well is that Negan's gonna be continuing to push Rick's button, and I'm willing to bet that Rick's eventually gonna snap and maybe get him, but it might take the death of another character for that to happen, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, there's a lot at stake when you snap here, so
yeah.
It's like you have to hold it together as much as you can. Poor Rick. Poor Rick.
Poor Rick. Poor everybody else.
I know.
Everybody else is in trouble right now.
Yeah, it's true. So let's talk about Negan's approach. Aaron, what do you think?
Negan is still afraid of Rick. I think he chose not to kill him, but he doesn't know what Rick's gonna do. Rick is definitely still giving him the "I'm gonna kill you" eyes. And he sees it, and he kind of lets it go. I mean, Rick just keeps looking at the ground, and he keeps threatening Rick over and over again. It's funny because his whole sales pitch is like, I'm the Chinese finger trap of bad guys. Like, the more you struggle, the more you get caught. So just relax and let it happen.
Yeah, very true.
I mean, he probably showed up randomly at the wrong time because he was afraid of getting ambushed.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was the biggest thing.
So I want to point out how they could have at any point just resisted and been better off than they are. And what's really weird is Negan set it up so they know. Like, he wants them to know. He says something to Rick along the lines of, well, you all remember what the hell he said.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he wants them to know, like, yo, I just screwed you guys over so bad that you guys are never going to recover. Like, they took all the guns. He took mattresses. Like, they're more screwed up now than they would have been had they fought, other than, dying and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But the fact that they leave food and then take just creature comforts, I think that it's completely different than the way that they anticipated or at least the way that I anticipated the arrangement was going to go.
And you can see that in everyone's faces, that we had a chance. We had an opportunity to actually fight back, regardless of what happened to our other friends. We could have held our own, but we didn't do it, and that, I think, is what really is kind of causing a cinder within the group, especially at that town hall meeting. Everyone's just looking at Rick like, oh my God, why didn't you tell us? We really could have done something big here. Mm-hmm. We could have done something about this. So, I don't know.
Yeah, so how is everybody doing? Aaron, let's talk about everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, Rick is just barely holding on to this group of people. You see Michonne off, probably practicing to assassinate Negan. You see Spencer hiding guns and not telling anybody because he might want to make a play for power. The people with nothing to lose, I think, clearly are willing to go down fighting. And in a weird way, Rick, because he has has two children actually, he's got more to lose than a lot of the rest of the group.
Yeah.
So people under him might be okay to die, just sticking to their principles and their guns.
Yeah.
Huge variance of responses from the entire group. You have people that are planning to assassinate. Obviously, like Michonne is obviously planning to assassinate Negan, and then Rick takes that opportunity from her. You have Spencer planning to do whatever Spencer's going to do with those guns in a bag. Just a little bag of guns.
Just a little bag of guns.
Tiny bag of guns.
Just hiding my guns.
And booze.
Yeah.
And lots of booze.
Let's talk about Carl. So he's one of the few that refuses to follow orders, and let's talk about the differences with the comic as well, buddy.
So, yeah, Carl in the comics, I think actually kills one of the saviors, and Negan's like, man, I like you, man. You're cool. You can hold my bat. He doesn't actually make him do that. But he forms this really weird bond with Carl that you don't see that happen. Like, I was expecting there to be this intimate exchange just based on how closely they are, they tie to the comic. And maybe that'll happen later. Like, maybe they're building the relationship and they're going to be like, oh, I remember you. You were the guy that was aiming the gun and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. But, it was not as close to the comic as I was expecting. Mm-hmm. Although I did feel good that the situation like happened at all. Like it was like, oh, this is the scene from the comic, and then it wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it was there.
You kind of caught a glimpse, though. You kind of caught a little bit of a glimpse because Negan could have totally disciplined him. He could have chopped off a finger. He could have done something. He didn't. He let him walk.
Right.
And he let him just vent out his anger. And you can kind of see a bit of a twinkle in Negan's eye when he looked at him. He's like, that kid, I don't know about that kid, though.
He's interested in Carl somehow.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know what he's going to do with him, but
No.
there's an interest
He
there.
takes strong personalities and bends them to his will. And I think that with Daryl, like he's like, dude, Daryl punched me. This dude is strong. If I can break this strong character, if I can break him and make him mine, then I have that power for me. You know. And then with Carl, he is approaching him differently. I'm not sure why. Maybe he's a really great judge of character, or maybe he's just a psychopath in a leather jacket. I don't know.
Yeah, we have yet to really understand Negan. But, let's talk about those beds. Like, why did he burn them? Why did he do that?
So I think it's kind of apparent why.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, Negan always wants you to be thinking about Negan.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're sleeping on a hard floor, you're probably thinking about Negan. You're thinking, this sucks, and I gotta get Negan something. Maybe I get my bed
point.
back.
Good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about next episode, Go-Getters. Any predictions, guys?
Well,
Maggie's pissed.
Yeah, Maggie's pissed, and you actually get a glimpse of her being at Hilltop, and we all know that Gregory, the leader of Hilltop, had a major thing for her, and I think she might be being held there, perhaps. I mean, she might be being taken care of. We don't know,
Right.
but given the fact how Gregory's track record is with her, it's like he could easily be saying, "Hey, you owe me now because I saved your life." But then we see the Saviors show up. They're second in command, and they're pissed. So
Funny thing is, she doesn't know that she's supposed to be dead, because that's what Rick told Negan. So that could set up something pretty disastrous. If she's like, "Oh, hey, I'm alive. This is cool."
which could lead to why they're there. Like maybe they're out looking for her or something. Maybe Negan's not satisfied with Rick's answer. So
Negan's just trying to marry everybody.
Yeah.
He's this
Yeah.
weird polygamist. It's gonna be awesome.
Negan marries everybody, and that's what you have to look forward to next time.
Season 9.
wedding,
The weddings.
the wedding.
So tune in for that next week, and for all things comics, TV, and movies, stick with GameSpot Universe.